Hello everyone and welcome back to Introduction to OPCloud. In today's session, we're going to introduce you to the new feature of methodological checking of OPM. This feature will allow you to check whether or not your model is currently up to date with OPM methodology. This is important as OPM methodology is constructed like that, so your model will be sound, structured, and later on we'll have the ability to use simulation, to use optimization, and use various tools to work on the model. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Our new methodological check is under this button here, methodological checking. As you can see, I've taken the general example of a model with system diagram and SD1 and added some wrong OPM checking and wrong OPM things. So it is very simple to use it. You just click on the button and then you have the menu here. As you can see, you have several options, and in due time we're expected to add more and to make them more elaborate to help you have a correct model. So let's start. The first thing is checking whether a process suffix is ending with ing. This is important as a process in OPM is something that is doing something. It's something that converts an object, changes it, consumes it, creates it. If we want to check where in our model there is a problem, you can click on the details and you can see whether or not the process is in the correct location, and you can click and find it. Here we can see there is a wrong process name example, obviously. And for example, I added another one sub process instead of processing. Once I click on it, you can see it is here and it is marked on our screen to check it out and fix it. This is the first. Now, how do I fix it? I just fixing the name. For example, of course, this is an example, so we're not using real meaningful names, but of course you should use a much more meaningful name. Once I've changed it, you can see that there's still a problem. Why? Because we have another process with wrong name. So let's fix it. Here we have subprocess. So again, let's add the ing for processing. And now when I click it, you can see it turns green. The second thing we're checking is object names as singular. As you can see here, the object name system tools is wrong because in OPM we use set for a group of things or group for a group of people. As you can see here, we have system tool set. Set automatically means it is several things, and it is important, as in OPM, we will use later on the OPL to add these more elaborate things later. So either I want to use system tool or use system tool set in order for us not to have the same name as system tools. Let's have tool set, and once I've checked it, you will be able to see that this is fixed too. The third part is the unfolding and in-zooming. Both of things that I refine them needs to be actually refined, meaning that if I unfold something, it needs to have several parts or several attributes and so on. It cannot have only one, otherwise it is not refined. So let's see what we have here. The tool set, meaning we have several tools, are not refined. Let's go into the tool set, and once I add another tool, and connect it, we will be able to see that now it is fixed. The same thing is also true for inzooming. If you refine something, you need to make sure it is refined. So you cannot have an inzoom of, for example, this process with only one subprocess. It at least have two subprocesses. So let's have another processing. And now, when I'm checking it, you can see that it is fixed. But here is the last thing, and it is most important. A process does not work on its own. Otherwise, it does nothing, just wastes time. So we need to make sure that each process has an object connected to it, which is changed or consumed or created. Otherwise, it is not correct. And we can see that we have actually three. One is another processing on one level. We have the one subprocessing, and the second, two processing. So let's start with the another processing. Here we can see that another processing is using the toolset and nothing connected to it. If we go into the inzoom, it's still like that. Now, if I will enter two object, for example, let's connect the result as the first subprocess, we already fixed one, and the only thing is the two subprocessing. Now, you may ask yourself, why do we finished with another processing and one subprocessing? That's because as one subprocessing is part of another processing, it means that another processing yields the result. So even if we're not showing it on each diagram, it is still true, as one subprocessing is part of another processing. But this one is still without any result. So we can add another result, for example. And once we yields it, we will be able to see that now everything is green. By the way, again, a transforming process of an object, as I said, it can be consumed or it can be changed. So if I will change it to effect link, it is still true. I hope you enjoyed our session today. Please like and subscribe to get more OPCloud updates about features and so on. Thank you again. Goodbye.